Emotional intelligence sounds like a great idea for our homes. Having kids who talk about their feelings calmly instead of reacting to them by hitting or yelling or whining sounds like it would be really nice.
But most parents weren't taught how to live a life with emotional intelligence. And anytime we try doing the popular parenting tactics to get our kids to navigate their emotions, we end up getting all caught up in the cycle of explosions. Sometimes it feels impossible to navigate the big emotions in our homes.
Growing up, I struggled a lot with anxiety and spent a ton of my time trying to figure out how to make it go away. I literally spent years doing anything I could do to feel happy or calm by trying to either ignore the anxiety or just working harder trying to get ahead of it. But this often just led to more anxiety and eventually a lot of shame, like I just wasn't enough. However, throughout graduate school and earning my PhD in development, I've learned there's an alternative that actually helps navigate anxiety without feeling like I'm always running from it or hiding from anxiety or other emotions. I've seen that when people are also able to use this approach, they shift from a life of control to a life where they're willing to experience any circumstance that arises. They're able to spend more time doing what matters to them and less time trying to get rid of uncomfortable thoughts or feelings. This approach, used in acceptance and commitment therapy, is the approach we use inside Parenting with Emotional Intelligence to give parents like you the strategies to address any big emotions in your home in ways that also help you bring long term fulfillment. I know it's kind of hard to believe and it sounds technical, so let us put it in a way that feels a little bit more simple.
That's my expertise, making everything simple. And when I was going through my master's degree, my simple mind learned to see behavior as just an expression of an emotion that most of us don't know how to handle. So imagine it's like a dandelion. The roots would be like the emotions that we all have. And the top part that everybody sees are those behaviors that come from the emotion. Most positive parenting practices encourage parents to focus on that very top part of the behavior, which is like taking a lawnmower to the dandelions every time they come up, hoping they'll just eventually disappear and go away. It might feel like it works in the moment because the dandelions or the behavior do go away for a little bit, but usually they come right back because we haven't addressed what's actually causing it. That's what we call controlling emotions, just like Ty had mentioned, and it's exhausting. Those long-term mental health benefits that we all want, like being resilient, having stronger relationships, expressing emotions without explosions, those come from not controlling, but accepting emotions. This is where parents say, well, yeah, but what about those behaviors like hitting or name calling? Do we just accept those because they came from an emotion? No. The Parenting with Emotional Intelligence program teaches you not to accept or excuse all behavior, but to accept the emotions so we can respond to the behavior in a more effective way. It's almost like replacing the dandelions all over the grass to flowers in a flower bed. We still have those emotional roots, but we're being more intentional with them and creating something from them that we can be proud of. But that only happens when we learn to accept rather than fight those emotions that cause the behaviors in our home.
But a shift like this takes time because most of us, again, weren't raised to embrace emotions. In my master's degree, I saw the importance of practicing ideas rather than just learning them in our heads. So when we created Parenting with Emotional Intelligence, we had this very idea in mind. It's a self-paced program that doesn't just fill your head with more information. Through short 20-minute videos you can watch anytime on any device, you'll not only learn, but also experience your emotions in a very different way. And then you'll put it to practice through the experience it activities so you can see the changes in your home immediately. We had full-time working parents and stay-at-home parents all take the program and say they were able to fit it into their busy schedules easily. But what does that actually look like? Take it straight from our students who are parents just like you. That is the gift we want to give you, so you can pass it down to your kids and they can pass it down to theirs. Emotions will come and go in life, and the best way to address it is through acceptance and commitment to things that matter the most to you. And that's what you'll get here.